up, guys? How you doing? It is Kerry Sullivan here again with TriathlonSummit.com, and I'm going to answer, give a tip of the day from a question I got, and today's question is from Alan Meller, and Alan asks, with life, it is hard to be disciplined in working out. I got sick 2 weeks ago, cold kind of thing. I was out for 10 days. How do I get back into training? Where do I start? Do I keep going where I was at? Do I trim it back? Okay, yeah, trim it back. So wherever you were at, come back below in terms of building up in terms of volume. What you want to do is you want to trim it back from where you were right before you got sick. So definitely trim it back, ease into it. You don't want to crank right into it. The first week coming back, take it easy. Just kind of get the feel back for everything and go from there, and then continue to build up, and you should be all right. The second thing he is asking is, I'm following the Essential Week by Week training book by Matt Fitzgerald. Sometimes I get cranky when I follow the training to a T. Cranky, that's no good, man. What do you recommend? How do I know I am overtraining? Sometimes I train with the book. I do training with what the book recommends, and I feel like I could still do more. What do you recommend for that situation? Okay, that's a tricky question. It's hard for me to fully answer it without having more information, to be honest with you. But what I'd say is, in terms of overtraining, some of the things you gotta look at in terms of that, or if you're training with a power meter, that's a great way to see if you're overtraining in terms of looking at the wattage that you're cranking out. If you see a pretty significant drop in your wattage in terms of doing certain workouts where you know it should be at a certain level, a drop in 10 to 15% in your power, or even 15 to 20% in your power, that can definitely be an indication that you're overtraining. And if it happens just one day, that's okay. Or I wouldn't be too concerned about that. But if it happens a few days in a row, 3-4 days in a row, definitely back off, take some time off, cut the volume down, go nice and easy. The other thing I would say too is you can do that with just looking at your intervals in terms of swimming, running, or biking. If you're doing any kind of intervals and you see a big drop in time in those, again, somewhere around 15%, give or take, is usually a good indication of that. Also, you can look at heart rate. You can look at, if you're going out doing a given workout and your heart rate's just not climbing to where it should be, or you feel like you're working really hard, that can be an indication. Or it can be just jacked really, really high, higher than normal. That's also an indication. It can be, and it varies from person to person. I like power and looking at times a little bit better, because your heart rate can actually be affected by more than one variable, such as heat, what you ate, your emotions. It could be a lot of different things. So there's a lot of different ways to look at that. It's definitely a good question. I'd say listen to your body for sure. And if you feel like you can do more, that's fine. Just do what it says anyway, because I'd rather have people do less than do more. Going into a race where you feel like you do less. I've talked to some pros that are older, and they feel like the less they do going into a race sometimes is better than overdoing it for sure, and they get better results that way. So that's what I say to you on that. So just pay attention to the way your body feels. Everyone's different. Hopefully that'll work for you. If you guys have other questions, you know where to put them, in the box down below. And that is basically it. That is today's tip of the day coming at you, and we will talk to you next time. Peace. Have a good one.